Imagine being born into a world where survival is not just tough, it is nearly impossible. No cozy beds, no comfort, no future plans. You open your eyes for the first time to the cold, damp walls of a cave, the flickering of a weak fire, and the grunts of your tribe huddled together for warmth. Outside, a blizzard howls, and deep within the shadows, unseen predators lurk, waiting for their next meal. And if you think your fellow Neanderthals have your back, think again. Welcome to life as a Neanderthal, where danger is not just around the corner, it is everywhere, and every second is a fight to stay alive. Congratulations, you are a Neanderthal baby, but do not expect anyone to throw you a party. Your birth is not exactly celebrated, it is more like tolerated. Your mother is exhausted, and your father? Is probably out trying to hunt down a woolly mammoth because there is no room for weakness in this world. Instead of soft blankets, you are wrapped in scratchy animal hides, and instead of lullabies, you are greeted with the low growls of your cave mates gnawing on raw meat. From the moment you are born, you are thrown into a brutal world where survival is earned, not given. Your parents may love you, but their way of showing it? Making sure you do not starve. Within just a few weeks, you are crawling on the rough, icy ground, trying to avoid sharp rocks and bones littering the cave floor. There is no baby food here, just bits of half-chewed meat, bitter roots, and if you are lucky, a few berries that have not been stolen yet. By the time you are old enough to toddle around, you realize that childhood is not about playing, it is about training. You are handed a crude wooden club, and before you can even say mama, you are expected to learn how to defend yourself. Playtime? Ha! The closest thing you get to that is practicing spear throwing with the other kids, aiming at small animals or unlucky birds that venture too close. And then there is the food situation. Meals are rare, and when there is food, it is every Neanderthal for themselves. You learn quickly that if you do not fight for your share, you do not eat. Even your siblings might swipe your meal when you are not looking. Sharing? That is for weaker species. Meanwhile, predators lurk everywhere, giant cave bears, saber-toothed tigers, and even other tribes of Neanderthals who would not mind taking over your territory. The world outside the cave is a constant death trap, and even stepping too far from your tribe can mean never coming back. Fast forward to your teenage years, and now things get really rough. You are expected to pull your weight, literally. Your tribe's survival depends on how well you can contribute, whether that means hunting, gathering, or defending your people. Hunting is the worst. Armed with nothing but a spear and your wits, you are expected to take down creatures 10 times your size. Ever tried sneaking up on a woolly mammoth with no proper strategy? One wrong move, and you are trampled into a Neanderthal pancake. And let us not forget the weather, freezing winters that chill you to the bone and scorching summers where water is scarce. There is no such thing as relief, just a constant battle against nature. Your shelter? A cold, dark cave that barely keeps out the elements. And those occasional fires you manage to start? Well, keeping them burning is another full-time job. Surviving the wild is one thing, but surviving your own tribe? That is a whole different challenge. Neanderthals are tough, territorial, and suspicious by nature. Trust is rare, and alliances are temporary. If you are not useful, you are expendable. The leaders of your tribe? They rule with an iron fist, literally. Finding a mate is no romantic affair. Courtship among Neanderthals means showing off your brute strength, hunting skills, and ability to defend your partner from rival tribes. Gifts of freshly caught meat might win you some points, but in the end, it all comes down to who can provide the most. And if you are lucky, your chosen mate might simply be taken by someone stronger. Just when you think you are getting the hang of things, the real enemy comes knocking: disease. No modern medicine, no herbal remedies, just pure willpower. Coughing fits, infected wounds, and mysterious fevers wipe out entire families in days. A simple cut can become a death sentence, and childbirth? It is as dangerous as fighting a saber-toothed tiger. Your tribe has no concept of hygiene, and living in tight, crowded caves does not exactly help. Parasites, lice, and all kinds of nasty things thrive in your fur-lined clothes, and bathing? That's a luxury you cannot afford. As the years go by, things only get worse. Strange newcomers, Homo sapiens, begin appearing in your hunting grounds. They seem weaker at first, smaller, less muscular, but they have something you do not: intelligence and strategy. They create better tools, develop better hunting techniques, and worst of all, they stick together in ways your tribe never could. You watch as they take over prime hunting spots, build more advanced shelters, and trade with each other in ways you cannot comprehend. Slowly but surely, you realize that your kind is being outpaced, outnumbered, and ultimately, outsmarted. One day, you wake up and realize there are fewer of you left. Your once thriving tribe is now reduced to a handful of tired, worn-down survivors. The fires burn dimmer, the hunts are less fruitful, and the days feel longer. You are no longer the apex predator you once thought you were. And then it happens: one final battle, one final storm, one final failed hunt. Whether by the hands of Homo sapiens, starvation, or simply time itself, your legacy fades into extinction. The Neanderthal race, once mighty and strong, becomes just another fossil in the dirt. Being born a Neanderthal was not just tough, it was a brutal, unforgiving existence from the very first breath to the last. Every day was a fight against the elements, against predators, and against your own kind. Life expectancy was short, challenges were never-ending, and even the smallest mistake could mean instant death. So next time you think your life is hard, remember, you could have been born 50,000 years ago, living in a frozen cave, constantly hungry, and always watching your back. Maybe, just maybe, modern life is not so bad after all.